What's up, y'all? I'm out here at the range again, out here having some fun, doing some testing. Really nice weather out here, so I'm trying to make the most of it. Only problem I got is the sun and the clouds can't make their mind up, so I'm trying to figure out some shade to keep the glare down. But I got a very interesting 357 Magnum test for this one. So of course we got our jelly contraption set up, ready for duty here. I got 2 blocks of gel. Now I've done one test in these. It was a 9mm test. I'll leave a link up above if y'all hadn't seen that one, but plenty of room to do some more testing here. Now as you can see, I am using my heavy clothing barrier. I got 1 layer of denim, 1 layer of fleece, and 2 layers of cotton t-shirt material. That's my heavy clothing test. I'll probably use this clothing barrier on most of my tests throughout the cold season. It may be 1 or 2 that I do bare gel, but for the most part, most of my tests during this cold time, you know, fall, winter, are going to be using this heavy clothing barrier. Now, as y'all can see, what we're testing out here today is some 357 Magnum. I've got the Hornady Critical Defense 357 Magnum 125 grain with the FTX projectile here. We're going to test them with 2 of the same barrel lengths. We got 2 4-inch barrels here, but our Ruger GP100 is a 4-inch unported barrel, and then our Taurus 608 is a 4-inch barrel, but it's ported. About the last inch of it is totally ported. Personally, I don't think there's going to be much difference. I think maybe 50 FPS as far as velocity, but y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think. But anyway, let's get this stuff set up and let's find out what we get. All right, y'all, here we go. Let's get some speeds on these things. As much as I hate slinging this nice ammo out into the wild blue yonder, I'm going to run 5 rounds because I feel like we need to, since that's kind of the purpose here of watching the velocity and all that. So I'm going to do 5 rounds through each one. We're going to start out with the ported 608 first. See what we get from these Critical Defense. 1285, 1326, 1301, 1331, and 1327. So let's go down there and check that data. All right, I'm gonna run through all of it except the individual rounds since y'all have already seen that. So we've got a high of 1331, a low of 1285, an average of 1314, an extreme spread of 46, and a standard deviation of 17. So not too bad out of the ported one. Let me get this reset and let's check out the GP100. All right, here we go with 5 rounds out of the unported GP100. 1401, 1362, 1400, 1373, and 1359. So let's go down there and check that out. All right, so for the unported GP100, we've got a high of 1401, a low of 1359, an average of 1379. If you remember on that 608, it was 1314. So you're looking at what? A difference of 65. So 65 feet per second faster average on this. So actually it's about what I thought. I thought around 50, a little bit faster than what I thought. But anyway, our extreme spread was 4. And the standard deviation was 18. The standard deviation on the ported was 17. So really not a whole lot of performance difference so far right here. But let me get this stuff reset and y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's does having a port cause your performance to fall short jelly time. We'll put 1 round from each of them down into the gel. We're going to start with the ported 608 first. Y'all, I swear, it's like it's a magnet to the very middle of this block of gel. I think I ran right into those tracks from the old test, but let me go check it out. All right, I think we can actually work with that. Y'all saw better than I did. It's got its own track and everything. It just came real close to those old ones. So let's try one out of the GP100 non-ported, y'all. Try to go top right with this. All right, I think that was perfect placement. Let's go down there and check those out. All right, y'all, let's take a look at what we got down here. So the top two is what we're looking at. This bottom one is a previous test. So we're looking at this one right here and that one right there. The one right there on the bottom, that's the first one we took from the ported 608. Very, very nice wound channel, very nice disruption there all the way through the track, carries into the second block and about 5 or 6 inches into that second block. And the reason why is because we didn't get a whole lot of expansion on that one. It's actually sitting backwards, dropped its little red insert there, and the projectile's resting here. Now the one out of the GP100, that's the very top one. Very, very nice wound channel there. A lot of nice disruption. Carries on in here. Looks like it's at about probably around 15, and this one's got some nice expansion on it. So there's definitely a difference in performance on these two. Now, whether it's because of the porting, whether it will be different with multiple rounds, I don't think so. I think that little bit of speed difference that we saw, that 65 feet per second, I think that made the difference with this critical defense round as far as getting that one to expand and that one barely to expand. But as far as the penetration on it, the one out of the ported 608 is sitting down here at 22.5 inches. And like I say, it is sitting backwards. The one from the non-ported GP100 is at exactly 14.25 inches. So nice penetration on that one. Definitely a lot of penetration out of that 608. Looking at it from above here, that one again, that's the 608. That's the GP100. So as you can see, that 608 carries on through here, drops its insert there, and there's a projectile sitting there. Very, very little expansion on that thing from what I can tell. And then there's your one out of the GP100. It's the totally opposite. Lots of expansion out of that one. All right, y'all, let's check out these projectiles here. A huge difference between these two. This one right here is out of the ported 608. As you can see, it didn't want to expand. Something caused it to expand, and I'm afraid it was probably just because it tumbled, because this one was sitting backwards. What I can tell, if I was guessing, when it tumbled, it dropped that insert there, which caused it to try to expand after that. But up until that point, it was still carrying this insert and not expanding. So maybe that little bit of velocity difference was what kept it from expanding. I don't know, but when you look at this GP100, you can see the clear difference. I mean, that thing got every bit of expansion that it could possibly get. And the difference in this insert, as you can see, this one here with the 608 is completely intact. This one out of the GP100, that's how the insert was. It was basically stuck to the front of this. So you can see, I mean, it pretty much just melted and did what it was supposed to do and kept this thing from clogging and got really nice expansion. Whereas this one, I think it was just that little bit of velocity that it was lacking, did not get it moving fast enough for that insert to do its thing. And you see what it resulted in, just very poor expansion out of that one. But let's get some measurements on these things and see what we got. So they both started at 125. The one out of the GP100, we're at 124. If we add back the insert, we're at 125.1. So no loss at all on that one. This one here from the 608, we've got 124.6. And if we add this back, we've got 125.3. So again, absolutely no loss on that one. Now, as far as expansion on them, this one here is going to be misleading. It's going to have a pretty decent size, but it's mainly all jacket. You got 554, 366, and about 383. So just really inconsistent, uneven, jagged expansion on that one. Now this one here from the GP100, you got 543, 545, and 538. So some pretty nice consistent expansion off of that one. But there you have it, y'all. 357 critical defense run through the same length barrels, one ported and one not, and you got pretty vastly different results here in my opinion. I didn't expect this. I expected them to do nearly identical. With that just 65 feet per second speed difference, I figured we would see almost identical performance in the gym, but I was definitely wrong. In this case, that little bit of velocity made a huge difference in performance. All right, y'all, we're calling it right there for the ported versus non-ported 357 Magnum. I'll be honest, I was definitely proven wrong on this one. I didn't expect that much difference in performance, even with that 65 feet per second. 65 feet per second can be a lot with certain ammo, and apparently this critical defense is one of them. That little bit of speed difference made a huge difference in performance in the gel. Now this makes me want to grab something in 3-inch and 357 just to see if it basically is the same performance as that ported 4-inch 608. But y'all let me know what y'all's thoughts are down in the comments. Did you think there was going to be such a difference here? Did you think they were going to be pretty much the same? Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts about it are. If you did enjoy this video, take a second if you would and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you click that bell notification icon so hopefully you can get notified when I upload new stuff. Take a second if you would and check out my affiliate links in the video description. I've got one for Amazon. If you shop through there anyway, hit that link up first and you go straight through Amazon just like normal from there, and anything you buy after that don't cost you any extra money, but I get a kickback from them towards the channel. Check out those Axle links down there. If you're in the market for some fantastic ear pro, hit up those links and you can save a bunch of money instead of going straight through their site. As always, I appreciate all my Range Gang members and every single one of y'all out there for supporting the channel. I got a lot of good stuff coming your way, so be on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.